Military tactics makes me feel a little bit easier, but at the same time, I have just seen that there are some horsemen now on the borders of this city, which doesn't dwell well. So I'm going to pull my builder back as quickly as I can. I mean, this war with Hunza is not proving as effective as I would have hoped it to have been. But the infrastructure is being built behind. We've just got a third campus and a library built in my capital now. So that side of things we're perfectly happy with. It's just a case of making sure we've got enough troops. Let's go for another immortal, and then we might think about getting a pikeman or 3 in. First great scientist for Persia vote. This is, I mean, again, we're feeling smug about all of this. We've got 50 science per turn in at the moment. If we can just ride this out, and push right through, we should be fine. It's all about striking when the iron is hot. It's a surprise war, but I'm attacking Persia to stop them from getting the movement upgrade. We know the city-state is going to go to war with us, so I've got units kind of like on the borders to stop them from pushing in too far. We should be able to hold them off quite nicely, I hope. But you can see just the sheer amount of horsemen we've got is what we're really running with here, the horseman rush. Here we go immediately to here. Look, don't forget, the wounded unit kills obviously heal us, and we get the +5, so that's all great. And look, this city has absolutely no defenses against me at all. I'm also going to use my warrior just to come in and see if we can't shut down this iron quickly, although we've just discovered the rest of Persia's army. So the war declaration is problematic for us and came probably at the wrong time. We've already lost a scout. Hunza is destroying our army quite badly here, so we're just going to have to just sort of pull back and move ourselves into sort of places where we can use our immortals to kill that guy before he knocks our iron out. Oh, it didn't quite work. That is unfortunate. Pull you back there. Okay, so Hunza's going to have to be left alone for now. We're going to move our units back, defend up for a little bit, see what we can do. In the meantime, it's a nice +9 gold route to Hunza, which actually provides a nice road all the way through this sort of land here. You can see that it looks like Rapa Nui want to send their swordsmen to kind of intervene as best they can, which is more annoying than it is anything else, especially because they've just knocked my great general back. That is annoying, actually. But the horsemen should be able to go one, and then hopefully kill it next time round. And we're going to see if we can just knock this city out quickly before they have the chance to put the walls up. Because knowing Persia, they're going to be just walling as quick as they can. And there we go. There's the pillaging. Bit of gold. We know we're going to lose that warrior anyway. That's fine. Also rushing for a watermill to boost construction. We can use the production there. We'll also rush that through just to get our capital a little bit more happy. We've now got loads more gold per turn, so let's just rush another set of horsemen through. Don't forget, we've now got Embrasia, so they will start with 1 promotion. We are at panic stations over here now. You can see this. These walls are being put up, but I need them to go quicker, so we're just going to chop this down. Okay, it takes 2 turns off that, but still, oh, that city needs some work. It needs a lot of work. Conscription is absolutely needed here now. We have our great general, so I don't need to rush about getting a second one. That's fine from that point of view. Let's go just 1 attack, quickly get the kill. Yeah, look at that. Lovely stuff. In comes you. You move to there as well. I think that's not a wounded scout, unfortunately, so we're just going to ignore it. You can see here, there's a wounded archer. I'm just going to quickly slip through and get that kill. Lovely. And then we're going to just keep attacking this city as best we can. We're now truly understanding the level of horsemen going here. Hunza, oh man, this is proving tricky. Now, attacking Hunza is probably Persia's greatest mistake at this point. We're going to switch now from inspiration back to a Gogi because we need more defensive strength. You can see now my capital. Pikemen are 5 turns, but immortals are 2 turns. So immortals are going to come first. I think pikemen, how much are they? 360 gold. Oh, terrible. But you can see, look, we've got immortal. We're building the army now. It's coming through. We've got 10 scientist points per turn at the moment. That's helping us get stirrups. That's useful-ish. But yeah, we need to just make sure that we can get this through. 1 more turn and the walls are up in that city. That's going to make a big old difference. What Persia don't know, however, is that we now, and Scythia are producing 4 horsemen per turn at this precise point. It's messy, it's disgusting, it's wonderful. There we go, get that kill in there. Lovely stuff. You come and heal yourself. Rapid Noise Swordsmen are, if anything, being the most annoying thing here. They're actually more scary than Persia's army. This horseman's just going to heal itself quickly. You can run in there, and it's all about just attacking the city, getting it through as quickly as we can, and bang, the city is ours. Rebellion in 7 turns. That is remarkably quick. Victor is actually going to hold there for 1 turn and then we'll move. Scythia needs to attack in packs, however. In packs. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put that plantation down. We're going to let them come to us and we're going to attack them. We know we've got Hunza with 3 archers above, which is pretty cool. I could levy them for 120 gold, but for now we're just holding fire on that. We don't need to do that one. The loss of that city was... It was quite an awakening moment for Persia, really. We've got man-at-arms now being produced. Feudalism is on the way, and then we can put feudal contract in to rush those through. That'll help us to actually get pikemen as well. So these immortals are no longer the most powerful units I've got. They do have the advantage of a ranged attack, so I don't want to get rid of them too quickly. But you can see this is not great. Oh, the immortals taking damage from Hunza. I need to pull you back a little bit. We're just making a defensive wall now. We know we've got the infrastructure. It's all about playing the waiting game here. 500 military strength to 122. So you know they're doing something right here. What it is, no one's sure, but it's just about, as I say, it's striking whilst you can. Sometimes it's difficult to know what to do, but in this case it's pretty easy. We attack. We strike as fast as we can. This city, rebellion in 4 turns. I'm just going to quickly get Victor over, as I was discussing before. And then I think this horseman could just wait there for a second. It's actually loyal. That city is loyal, unbelievably. But look, you can see the horseman can take out the immortals pretty quick here. That's an effective matchup, but it's just about, say, making sure that we can do it sustainably. Talking of sustainable, Scythia knows that they can't survive forever just attacking. At some point, we're going to have to actually build an economy and build some campuses and get some infrastructure down, because at the moment this isn't good. We need to, horsemen are great, but really we could do with castles. Castles would be the best thing. Adopt a government with 6 inherent policies. We're nowhere near doing that, so we'll rush it through. Let's get monuments in. Oh no, that's not even the thing that I need. Get the markets in. Let's see if we can get some gold in. The immortal attacks against the horsemen are not powerful, but we're just holding fire. Holding fire. The longer we can draw this out, the better. I'm just waiting until my government flicks over. We can switch over to a better government, I think, that will just help me a little bit. Oligarchy, I think, is what we're going to go for. Pulling back a little bit now. This is not good. This is not good. I think I'm going to have to actually get the man-at-arms promotion here. Let's just do it. That should protect me a little bit. Yeah, I'm a bit stronger against these horsemen now, but still, gold is a problem for me. Science is a bit of a problem as well, but we are building the army still. Getting a lot of faith actually from raiding all of the tiles in this city-state. Just a nice little break for me whilst I'm making my way across the map. I've also got my general involved now on this frontier. It means that actually I've got the +5, but it also means as well that my horsemen just have a little bit more movement to trek through. This man-at-arms has appeared, but I think I can kill it with 3 attacks. There we go. That was worth it, I think. It means I've broken through a little bit, and now I can see if I can raid into Persia, do some pillaging, get some attacks in as quickly as I can, before the walls pop up, ideally. This is what I'm trying to do. I know the walls will invariably pop up at some point. What I'm hoping is that I can do a lot of damage before that happens. So that gamble didn't pay off. I lost my man-at-arms very quickly. I'm going to have to just build a second one here as fast as I can. We are more defensible in a 37 strength city. That much I'm fairly sure about. Oh, I've got another great... This is the thing. I'm still my science is still so good. Navigation, engineering, both of those things boosted for me naturally. And lovely. What else could I do to help me just break through these horsemen slightly? What would help? I think crossbows have got to be a good thing here. So we need to do a little bit of damage to that man-of-arms. There we go. Now all of my units have the +5 against it. You can see I've got this huge armada. Absolute armada of horsemen on the way. But they're just, taking their time. We've got reinforcements. Oh, this is brutal. Brutal. Okay, ancient walls need to just pop up in my capital really quickly. I mean, this is just getting appalling now. Put that up. I can't wait for limes any longer. Send an envoy. I'm just running. Oh, I've got 3. Need more envoys in order to sort of steal Hunza back if I can. That would be useful. Pull you back. I know that there's no point fighting with horse archers here. I just need to actually build up enough army that I can provide a little bit of a block. Sack a horse archer with 40 strength when attacking with a great general. That's pretty decent. I'll take it. This horseman can do some decent damage, but is looking pretty injured actually, so I'm wondering whether to get that one and pull it back. It's not an easy kill that I can perform on it. That's a bit too much movement to then do an attack on that guy, but look, I've already sieged that city round, which is good. You know what, yep, you move to there. Oh, and I can pillage that tile, good. So I actually can do that, that's lovely. You move to there, and then I can go 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3 attacks like that. Okay, at least that city's taken some damage. I might lose a horseman or 2, but as I say, I know what's behind. I know what's behind. It's a lot more reinforcements. I still have 600 army against Persia's 100 right now. So yes, I've got the military, the tech disadvantage, but this is okay. Persia has a golden age. Persia has a golden age. And feudalism. Right, this is the opportunity that I can use to switch to oligarchy. It was the quickest thing I could do. I've now got the +4 combat strength. Let's quickly get feudal contract and limes going. Natural philosophy is all very well and good, but I think I need urban planning, and I need urban planning, and then bastions, the city defense strength. There we go. Okay, bastions might help just a touch. These men-at-arms are just totally surrounded. Oh, I just can't do much with them. Let's see if I can get that horseman killed. Nice. I think that's a good one. Let's do you to attack, bring you forward. Okay, these guys are still pretty strong. If I can just keep these guys alive, then they tend to do quite well, but I have a feeling I'm going to lose this city immediately. The ancient walls is going to cover me here, which is going to be quite nice, but that's going to be about it. What can I do to try and help myself out of this? Let's go Exodius of Evangelists. I'm going to do that. I'm going to hope I can get a religion quick that gives me the Defender of the Faith. That'll be a nice boost for me there. This, however, is Scythia's time, 3 inquiry, in order to convert some of my commercial hubs to science. I've got a few kicking around. It should give me at least 4 or 5, which doesn't sound like much, but for Scythia, that's, you know, like a 50% boost. So, oh dear, this is fine. This is just a typical, like, you know what? We've got one thing, rush it, run with it. It's fine. Versus an actual normal play, but you know, so far we're having success. We are having success, which is the amazing thing. What we're going to do is we're going to attack that man-at-arms. I need... Oh, that horseman will not get the kill. I was hoping I'd be able to sort of get the kill on that unit, but just trying to think of the best way in here. Who's got movement and who hasn't? Don't know if you're going to be able to skip across the river into woods and attack in one go. That's the only problem I've got. I could just wipe that... yeah, let's wipe that archer down quickly. Move you to there. Get you to attack. Get you to attack, and then get this one to attack. Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work. That is unfortunate, but that's okay because we can now rush in and we can give ourselves a little bit of fun by you know, seeing if we can rush the castle's upgrade. Persia is just going to rush city centre building so I can build the walls faster. We're then also going to choose myself to be able to get culture bombs, but that one I don't care as much. Scythia, looking at that, I mean, would probably city centre buildings help as well. We don't have much infrastructure. We know, however, Persia is going to be doing that. So if we can vote city centre and vote no buildings, that's fine. But we also know that Persia has more votes than we do. So that's probably not going to work. So instead, what we'll do is we'll vote one up on this because I'm just extrapolating. We know that we're going to lose that vote because I can't put 5 votes in and Persia can. So we'll put 1 vote in there and we'll see if we can steal this one to get some votes there. So, you know, it's good and bad for both, really. But look at that, we've got an immortal strength city attack on these horsemen with the walls that are appearing now. That's the horseman dead. Okay, this is good. This is good. Pikemen now. Can Persia, is it too late for Persia to make you know, get themselves back into this game? And this is the thing, Persia still don't really have an understanding of just how big the Scythian army is. That city was taken. I think that was probably the safest thing to do. Victor, it will be brought across to try and hold the city for a little longer. Rebellion in 7 turns is not the most... It's not the most comprehensive hold that I would have liked. But look, we've got all of these horsemen now. They're all rushing through. It's the worst terrain for me to be doing a horse rush through. It's nothing but rainforests, swampland. Ugh, it's terrible. It's terrible, but you see the Saka horse archers are having just a little bit of luck now. We'll pull back this guy. Okay, the city walls are there in Persia's capital, so I think, if anything, Scythia are kind of a little bit annoyed with themselves for leaving this a little bit longer than they had to. And we're just seeing if we can, you know, how much... I mean, unfortunately, these man-at-arms are tough. They've got fortified defense, they've got oligarchy strength now. You know, they're doing well. They're doing well. Persia have actually managed to solidify themselves. We took 2 cities from them, which is good, but, you know, we could have probably done more. But that's a big loss for Persia. Big loss for Persia. We've got pikemen in 3 turns. We know that'll help a lot. Unfortunately, our men-at-arms, they're doing well. They can kill units, but they're just not strong enough to hold fire by themselves, unfortunately. So we're going to have to just pull these guys back a little bit now. Let's get this guy the battle cry promotion. Got shipbuilding, castles, buttress. Okay, this is good, but we lost 20 science per turn from Tushpa. That was a bad loss for us. Hunza. Oh, actually, we can... Oh, we declared war against the city-state. Of course we did. Of course we did. We can't even make peace with them. Oh my god, this graphical mod at the moment is absolutely losing itself. Never mind. Right, mercenaries. Okay, this is fine. Pingala's doing okay. Magnus, you can now get into my other city. Still pushing in a little bit. Every unit killed. I just feel like I'm winning because Persia just can't get the military strength quick enough. This is the thing. They have the tech strength. They have the advantage in terms of, you know, just the actual unit strength, but we have the numbers. We have the swarm. Another unit done. Okay, we're just, at the moment, it's like, what can we do? What can we do that's going to help us through here? This city needs to get the ancient walls up quick, and then we'll build another pikeman. The pikeman in 2 turns on that city is doing good. You can see our city defensive strength is pretty decent, so we want to, you know, do this as quickly as we can. Pull back, keep pulling back. Oh, this is awful. In the meantime, building a road between my Scythian cities just to try and get the horsemen to be able to pop along a bit quicker. You can see my horsemen have now actually come back round to the back. I'm hoping to sort of be able to flank some people as best that I can. The sack of the horse archers I know are weak. Those guys won't last long in a direct confrontation, but if I can get these horsemen to sort of come in and to surround the situation here, I might be able to get a couple of kills on units. Let's just move you to there and then go bam. Oh, it's not quite enough. Not quite enough, but I can now start pillaging castles. Here we go. This is good. Persia is feeling more defensible now. I mean, our units are doing pretty good. We've actually got units that can kill horsemen, which is nice. This man-at-arms is just trying to survive, quite frankly. I'm having my science pillaged, though, which is not a good thing. This immortal, can you kill that guy? Not quite. Okay, so again, we've been pegged back right to the back now, but this wall it's more defensible than it has been from Scythia's point of view. We're 14 techs to 22, so Persia are ahead of us, but as I say, look, the units now are to this point where we are really beginning to give them trouble. I can pillage and then run. Yeah, let's pillage. There we go. That's a good pillage. And then we'll start to run. Feudalism is being worked for me, but mercenaries is kind of where I need to go now so I can start to do that. But here we go. The horsemen are in now, and we can start to do a bit of damage by just wiping out the rest of the Persian army. So they have 1 immortal in their city. The walls are very defended indeed. But you know, we've now got full supremacy around them. How much is for a Corsair upgrade? 125. I think it's probably worth holding off on that one. We can siege the city. That helps massively. As I said, we've got the numbers just to totally surround their cities. We can pillage everything to the ground, and maybe start getting some siege equipment in. So an opportunity for my new pikemen to come out. Now this is something that Scythia was not be expecting. We go 1 hit, 2 hits. There we go. Look at that. This is good. This is good. I'm going to keep the immortal going in the city for now rather than upgrading, because we've got a nice good ranged attack on that one. That's pretty lovely. But yeah, look, these units are powerful. Four powerful. I don't think Scythia has got an answer for those, so that should be fun. In the meantime, Scythia's got its first great merchant, which I'll be using just to try and get a few luxuries into the city. There's one up here and then some cotton. Those 2 luxuries are just going to help me to try and keep hold of this city, which is proving absolutely just impossibly difficult to hold on to at the moment. The emergence of that pikeman is a problem. It is very much a problem for me, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to defeat that unless we really give it a concerted effort. The horse archer could run in and do some damage. Not like that, it can't. That was a silly thing to do. But yeah, this is a problem. This is a problem. So what we're doing is we're just sort of pillaging everything we can get. We've got loads of faith now. We can perhaps pick up a great engineer. That would help me to pick up a load of wonders in my city, just to build the infrastructure up as I'm at war. My city defenses against Scythia are useful, but they're not crazily powerful. I am just going to quickly take that horse archer out though. That's quite useful, and then they've left a unit there. Okay, so we're getting some decent kills. I don't know how quickly Scythia are able to replicate their army pretty quickly. Oh, if only I could get Hunza back on side though, that would be so useful. Just concentrating on taking out that pikeman. Believe we can do it there. Yeah, there we go. That helps. That helps a lot. Now the capital is surrounded, and it's just about whether or not we feel good enough to just attack the walls. Annex this tile. Okay, capital now has some wine that I can pick up. That would be a good thing. Let's get the builder in. I've got lots of campuses being built around my empire now. Scythia is taking advantage of the fact that I own all this land to build my infrastructure up and try and pin back to Persia. Meanwhile, Persia is just frankly trying to get opportunistic kills at any point it can. Temple of Artemis has been built in my capital, which gives it a nice +3 amenities. That's a good pickup for the capital, and you can now see governors. Actually, I'm going to now start to get Pingala in my capital. This is where Scythia now reverses and starts to go into super economy mode. I think for Scythia right now, it's very, very annoying, but we can't get the breakthrough. But, I mean, we've squeezed Persia so hard here. We're now beginning to catch up in terms of tech, 16 versus 22. We've got all the space in the world here, so as long as we can keep them pinned in, I don't really mind losing a couple of troops here and there. Yes, it looks like we might lose this city, unfortunately, in a turn or two. I'm switching my cards around to try and get this to work a little bit, but I think if we can continue the pillaging, we can continue the sort of accumulation of resources in this area. I don't see why we can't just hold firm. Oh, it's just trying to get that kill. If we can get like at least one kill, I feel like my defensive round has been good, but no, it's not quite happening at the moment, which is a problem. I do have a religion. Okay, well that was an intriguing use of a golden age, but you know, we'll see if we can get that through. Amazingly, I've actually managed to stop that city from falling, which is really, really cool. I've had to switch over quite a few of my governor cards in order to sort of help me do that. Extra loyalty here, extra loyalty there. That's all great, but if I can get some amenities into my empire now, I'm hoping this should be pretty effective at doing that. Natural philosophy, that could be quite a good one to do. Yeah, we'll do that for now. This is good. Can we start doing some wall damage? This is the question. Oh yeah, look at that. We're starting to just nibble at it. Intriguing. Especially with some archer damage on top of that. That's nice. That's really nice. Okay. The pikeman was released, which is a good thing. And unfortunately for Scythia, they left a sort of a gap open, so it's left me with a bit of an opportunity here. Can I kill that horseman quickly? Is that going to work for me? No! Oh, it survived. How annoying. That is very, very annoying. But yeah, this is the problem. It's just Ursa Ryan. If I was playing against the deity AI right now, I would be absolutely stuck for what to do. I'm going to try and build a crossbow in the hope that might be a little bit better than this pikeman that I'm producing. I could do encampments. I mean, encampments might help a bit, but this city has no production down there, so yeah, not so good. Move my pikeman to the back, kill that horseman. There you go. That is another good option for me. Saying that though, I've got no amenities, I've got no housing. The city is quickly freezing up. Even though it's just archers, archers, but they are actually doing a little bit of wall damage now, which is quite entertaining. They have left the pikemen open, so I'm going to see if I can't get this kill. Yeah, perfect. Right, okay. This is the thing for Persia. They can't actually, you know, get any of their units out of their cities right now. Every time they build one, there's no space for it. Oh, and so it proves. Now, do I move the immortal out of the city? That is the question. I'm just trying to think of what I could build with 240 gold. Not a huge amount. 360 is the crossbow that I'm really looking for here. I mean, I could just try and knock out an archer. Can we do that? Is that going to allow us to do that? Yeah, okay, the archer's dead. That's good. That was causing us a bit of a problem. Not that Scythia minds. Look how many libraries I'm building. Like, I've got libraries here. I've got campuses going into my capital and my other cities. This is, so far, this is okay. We'll do another wave of attacks on my less injured horses just to see if I can get through. Oh, you know what? I've left one horse. I've left one horse on low health, so I might as well just run them all in at this point. Yeah, and as Persia, I can see that they are really squeezing me now. All I can hope is that I can get enough kills to kind of make it all, like, you know, there we go. So I've got 1 kill and 2 kills. Oh, not quite. Oh, I should have gone for this one. Damn it. Yeah, God, I still feel surrounded. I still feel utterly spent right now. I think the game is well and truly swiveled at this point. Look at that. All of the yields are now with Scythia Ryan. The next step, I think, is actually to have a look at Hunza. You can see influenced by, I have 6. Right now, what I'm going to do is use all of my envoys just to make sure that it's as secure as possible, and then we're going to levy this military. There's not 1, but 2 catapults here for me to use, which will be very handy, but also a bunch of archers that I can use just to sort of, you know, pick myself through as best as I can. The only problem is at the moment here, I've got a bunch of horsemen which are really, really struggling to survive. I don't know whether to just charge everything in and just go for it and just knock the walls down as much as possible, or whether I should hold firm and be a bit sensible here. The other option I could do, I'm just thinking about what I've got. Have I got monumentality? No, I went 3 inquiry. I'm just thinking I could go for a builder and then chop down some coursers. That might be handy. I've got more units coming in here. Maybe I should just produce a few more units actually and make sure that they're coming through Corsa. Probably more important to do that than the science. So yeah, I'm just gonna get some coursers coming through now. Yeah, you know what? I've just got to commit. We're going all in. They're killing my units to an extent. I just need to knock these walls down as much as I can. I've got enough horsemen just to sort of cover off. There we go, got the spearmen to siege in there as well. So that's nice. But yeah, city now down to half strength. That's good. So in Persia land, I feel like I'm resisting well, but I need to just make sure that I sort of at least sort of keep off. I've just killed another horseman. I can do some damage to that archer. The crossbow is only taking a few turns. I can see that Hunza has been taken, but there's nothing I can do. Scythia and Ryan doesn't know this. There's nothing I can do to actually get that one. Rapa Nui, I could levy the military here and attack from the other direction, but there's walls on that city. I don't think these units are going to be strong enough to really help me, so I'm saving the gold up in the hope that I can just produce a crossbow or something with 360 gold. I think that's probably the best thing to do here. This city behind, I've managed to pull to 6 population now, and there's a catapult on the way, which is good, very good indeed. I've got an archer that's being killed. These barbarians are being annoying actually. I think this is probably the chance now to actually just run in and do as much as I can. Let's actually get that horseman to just kill itself. I'll bring you into there, and we can go 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3 attacks, and that's the capital taken, and the victory is mine. So that was a really, really interesting one actually. Like, playing myself is obviously a funny thing to do, but if you have a look at science here, look how much higher Persia was for all of the game. But it just goes to show you, even a nice consolidated start can be overrun with unit strength. And I think that's the main thing that I really did have a problem with, is units killed. Actually, you know what, it's pretty even the whole way through. I did kill more with other Ryan, but units also lost. Scythia and Ryan was sort of a bit worse from that as well. Player culture, Persia was doing very well. Player gold, Scythia and Ryan actually did okay, and then the faith was sort of a bit, well, it was neither here nor there. I'm just trying to think. Cities founded. Persia actually founded more. but Scythia didn't need to do as much because Scythia actually had a successful capturing of cities 1, 2, 3, 4 in the end. If we just have a quick look at this, you'll be able to see, I mean, the biggest thing for Persian Ryan was Hunza. Clearly Hunza was a bit of an issue. It was a bit of a failed attack. It didn't go very well. And as Scythia, I saw the opportunity. I saw that Persia's army was smaller than mine and that they were stuck in a war with Hunza. So that's when I attacked with the horsemen, running over this city, having a nice little base and then running through. Worked really, really well. You can see actually I was just about to start building coursers and combine that with chivalry. So the second Scythian rush was now on the way. I did actually manage to build up a reasonably decent gold economy and science economy as Scythia as well. So I was sort of had a second revolution ready to go. Yeah, Persia couldn't do anything. It just goes to show, even without siege equipment, proper siege equipment, I managed to do that. I mean, what could Persia have done well? Persia had the advantage there. If they'd had a little bit more military, if they'd kept Hunza as a friend and continued to settle and have more defences, crossbow defences, pikeman defences, they probably could have held a little bit firmer. They did get overrun by the just sheer surge of the Scythian horseman rush, but I mean, I had 8 or 10 of the units. Even a few of those immortals, they just couldn't do the damage. So, I mean, it's difficult to see how Persia would have really played that much differently. If they'd got medieval walls up, that probably would have been quite good. If I'd managed to rush walls up into this city beforehand, that would have helped as well. But, I mean, ultimately, I just think it goes to show how much more successful Tomyris is as a civ. I mean, these abilities, this Cyrus killer abilities, I mean, clearly Cyrus is going to get killed by the Cyrus killer ability, but the healing, the extra combat strength, the double units, is just so much better than the Persian equivalent. I mean, yeah, you get +2 movement when you declare war, and you get a bit more loyalty and all this sort of stuff, but it's all very offensive, and you don't get any combat bonus. That's the thing that I find the weirdest about Persia. They don't receive any combat bonus. It's not like India. You know, it's not like, I don't know, it just feels weird to me. Persia did get locked a little bit into this sort of bit, but I mean, I feel like Persia had a decent enough start. It's just, yeah, I honestly think Tomyris is one of the strongest civs in the game. Very, very strong, and if you wanted to know who was better out of Cyrus and Tomyris, well, under Ryan, Scythia's better. Anyway, thank you to Patreon for that idea. That was a really, really good, I enjoyed that. It was a good time. If you want to see me do weird games, then obviously always suggest them in comments or on Discord, or, you know, if you feel like you can help out on Patreon, then that's awesome as well. But until next time, I'll see you later. Oh my goodness, this graphical bug is just so funny. It's the hot seat. This mod doesn't like the hot seat. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye. And a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson, Salty Tech, Davalex, The Broccoli, and Midnight Oil for all of your support on Patreon, as well as everybody else who likes, subscribes, and follows. Thank you very much.